In May of 2026, millions of Indian voters suddenly shifted their attention to a brand new political organization. Within exactly 4 days of its creation, this completely non-existent entity accumulated 13.5 million followers on Instagram. To put that in perspective, this fake organization rapidly surpassed the digital followings of both the ruling BJP and the main opposition Congress Party. The group that hijacked the national political conversation called itself the Cockroach Janta Party. This coordinated digital uprising exposed a massive fracture in the way traditional political parties communicate with the public. The catalyst for this movement occurred during a high-level judicial hearing regarding fake law degrees at the Supreme Court of India. Presiding over the case was Chief Justice Surya Kant, who expressed mounting frustration with the proceedings. During his remarks, the Chief Justice compared unemployed youth on social media and RTI activists to cockroaches and parasites attacking the system. That offhand judicial insult gave a deeply disenfranchised generation exactly what they needed: a provocative, unifying mascot. The ensuing outrage was rooted in a severe demographic reality. India possesses a massive Gen Z population actively trying to enter the modern labor force. This chart shows how India's enormous cohort of young citizens dwarfs the volume of available jobs. While the labor pool skyrockets on the graph, the job market line remains stagnant. This macroeconomic data reflects a system failing to absorb its highly educated youth. This economic anxiety has physically manifested in the streets, with ongoing student protests demanding employment and systemic reform. The Chief Justice's derogatory comment acted as a match dropped into a powder keg of systemic anxiety, triggering an explosive digital response. The architect of that response was Abhijit Dipke, a 30-year-old political communication strategist studying at Boston University. As a former digital strategist for the Aam Aadmi Party, Dipke understood online mobilization. Instead of organizing a traditional protest over the courtroom remarks, he chose weaponized satire. Leveraging AI tools like Claude and ChatGPT, Dipke generated a visual identity and a satirical manifesto for his new party within 24 hours. Artificial intelligence allowed a single citizen to build a complete party infrastructure overnight, accelerating the speed at which political dissent can be deployed. The Cockroach Janta Party listed its eligibility criteria clearly. Members must be lazy, unemployed, and chronically online. By actively embracing the Chief Justice's insult, the movement stripped the slur of its power. It transformed a derogatory label into a badge of honor. The group's core political promise bypassed governance entirely, focusing instead on asking, loudly, repeatedly, and in writing, where the money went. This layer of parody allows young citizens to debate deep structural issues while bypassing the immediate traditional crackdowns that usually follow political dissent. However, institutional pushback arrived quickly. Within days, the movement's X account was abruptly withheld in India. The platform explicitly cited a legal demand for the withholding, indicating direct intervention by state authorities. Simultaneously, Dipke reported that the party's massive Instagram account was facing coordinated hacking attempts. The censorship failed. A backup account launched almost instantly, and rival parody factions like the National Parasitic Front immediately emerged to fill the void. Traditional censorship tactics are designed for centralized targets. Against decentralized, digitally native movements, they prove entirely ineffective. The Cockroach Janta Party operates within a long global tradition of countercultural political movements that utilize absurdity to challenge the state. Their methods share DNA with the May 1968 student protests in France, where youth similarly bypassed traditional gatekeepers to challenge an established regime. Modern youth are recreating that exact historical friction, using digital tools to build a 21st century resistance. Eventually, Chief Justice Surya Kant clarified his statements to the media, stating his remarks were aimed solely at fake degree holders, not the broader youth of India. But on the streets, that distinction had lost its relevance. Students continued to protest the broader, systemic educational and economic failures affecting their generation. The original context of the quote no longer matters. The youth have completely reclaimed the slur, integrating it into their own political identity. As institutional pillars crack under pressure, digital tools provide a decentralized path for youth to bypass gatekeepers and force their way into the national conversation.